perfect weight distribution if you only consider cornering? What's the best weight distribution if you only consider acceleration? What is the best weight distribution if you only consider braking? And then, and you have to do all three of them when you're on the track at different speed, at different corner radius. And so how do you balance all those three? Because for sure it's not the same weight distribution that will be the best on those three elements. So what is the most optimal value with your needs, with the kind of track you're running, with the kind of car that you're building? What is like, and also on the other side is, how do you do from day one to achieve that value in the end? So we want to see spreadsheets with all the parts and weights and the position on the car. Start with the big components like engine, drivers, like the monocoque, the chassis, wheels and uprights, and those big elements. But in the end, you will see that to be precise and to be able to reach your target, you will need to have like pretty much every component. It's an easy task when you're building. Every time you finish the part, you weight the part.
We weight about half the part.
So, and I've like just a summary of the parts. So when you put in your design report, our target was to be I don't know, 450 pounds, and you end up like 470. I ask you, where are those 20 pounds? And you have to say, oh, like the monocoque, we had too much resin and it weighed 5 pounds more than we expected, and we forget about that rules, and we had to add that thing to protect, I don't know what, the intake. And so you have to keep track on, if you want to hit the target that you set yourself, you have to track the process from day one until it's finished. And when it's finished, if you track your process, then you will be able to learn and not repeat those mistakes again.
Sure, it sounded like you had a lot of those in place, pretty much. Everything that you mentioned, we pretty much addressed. Maybe we just didn't say it yesterday. What do you think?
You need to show it. Yeah. You need
I think
that's
what
a lot.
we're talking about with Oscar is just the display. We need to come in here and show you everything we've done, because we've been working on it for months and months.
Well, you know, truthfully,
we have something for everything we need to.
that's good. That's really good.
That's good, but you need to bring the maximum stuff you can on, and be prepared to answer any question. And what we want to see at the design event, and I'm not talking about suspension now, it's the design event in general. We want every single decision. We want to see what was the process behind every single decision. And sometimes don't be ashamed of, sometimes you say, yeah, before, like, I don't know, like, let's say horsepower. Today you have 80 horsepower out of your 4-cylinder. You say next year we want to go single cylinder. So it's a quarter of the cylinder. It's going to be a quarter of the power. It's going to be 20 horsepower. That's really approximate, but if this was your process and estimating what would be like the potential power of the engine, tell us what you really did, and maybe we will judge if it was appropriate. But we need to be able to see every single step, every single decision. And sometimes, yeah, the format is a bit messy and stuff like that, or there's grease on the paper but still bring it and have it available for us to see it. Because on the weight distribution, I asked it, I didn't really get answers, and you were telling me you were aiming for 50-50, and you were like 43.
No, this is what we're aiming for, was 45.
Okay.
Chassis guys have that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Mike was a chassis guy, and we spent a whole time with Oscar, and he also did a lot of suspension stuff. So we probably had a lot of answers. Just
Okay.
we could have displayed them.
Right,
Okay,
and that's
and-
the point, right? So everybody on the team needs to be able to communicate or get access to that information, right? Not everybody's the expert on every little component, but know how to get the answer, and if you don't know, raise your hand and say, hey, let's do
And
it.
I know you're all very busy, like the week before coming in here. I've been through it, and it's really crazy. But take